Welcome to the new sound of online radio. Welcome to the sound of Universal Broadcasting Network. 'Cause you make me feel like I've been locked out of heaven. A mix of today's hits and hard-to-find favorites, combined with the most entertaining and intriguing talk anywhere. This is your sound. This is the sound of Universal Broadcasting Network at UPNradio.com.
This. Hey guys, welcome back to Plus This Show. I am Eva Tingley and I have guest co-host with me,
Rosa Graziano.
Yay! We have such a good show for you guys this week. We have Rosa's kind of bestie, right?
Yeah, I would say he was definitely my bestie.
You've known him forever.
Well, ever since I did Food Network Star. Yeah.
How long ago was that?
God, how long ago? 5, 6 years
Oh,
ago,
that's like an eternity of being friends in LA.
Maybe it's possible. I mean, we just clicked right away. So that's what was so. It's just kind of like I feel like I have known him forever though. That's the crazy part about Arnold, which you'll all meet soon.
You'll all meet him
if
soon
you did not
enough.
see him on the Food Network Star or on MasterChef or Chopped. Or MasterChef.
I like how you're looking because he's not here,
he's
Rosa.
Not here, sorry.
Stop looking off into space.
He's not here. He's not here. He's
Top
not here.
Chef. It's
but
Top
anyway,
Chef, guys.
Yeah, it was Top Chef, Food Network Star, and many other things. He's pretty fierce, so I can't wait for you all to meet him.
I know. I'm very excited to dive in deep. And that sounds like it's gonna get dirty, but I mean it could. Who knows? Rosa and I had this whole bit that we were going to do because I was going to do my Rosa hair.
Killed
and I was
it.
like, yeah. And then I couldn't do my Rosa hair. And so now I have straight hair. And we were going to talk about it. And Rosa has her beautiful Rosa hair on. I mean, not on.
I shared this hack with her. And it's so upsetting because I said to her, I was like, I figured we should do our hair like the same.
I really, really wanted to. And I searched everywhere for my headbands to be rock and roll 80s. I was going to send you my picture and they were nowhere. They were nowhere.
I got a text on the way here.
I know. I was like,
I'm so excited to do my hair. I was like, that was the whole thing. I was like, fine.
She's like, it'll still be funny.
Because it's prep.
I know.
It's prep to do it at night.
Yes.
And like get it in the band.
Yeah, and it like
I just
makes
want you
your
to
hair
know
look
this is no heat.
I know. That's what makes it look. That's what makes it amazing.
No heat.
It's a no heat curl.
That's what's kind of amazing. And you just sleep with the thing in your head.
Yeah, and you kind of look like a flapper or something. You look like still kind of cute.
But it's also what's cool too, actually, because I wear it back at night.
Yeah.
So it's not like I can't like the high ponytail thing doesn't work.
No.
This is the best.
Yeah, and then
technique.
like it also doesn't like pull your hair, so then like you have a headache in the morning.
No, I agree. Yes,
you have all of the best beauty tips. I swear you should be our beauty correspondent. I think
I'll come in anytime to talk about all the
because
the
you know all the
hacks.
nails, you know all
but
the
I like the hacks.
Yeah,
because I think people think I put in. I think people think I put in way more effort. Well, listen, I enjoy doing my makeup and I enjoy doing it all, but I like a hack.
And you do your own nails.
Yeah, I haven't. But look, they're off. I just have.
Oh, but you just have basic color. But
days.
you probably still did that yourself too.
Of course I did. Yes, I did.
Because you're magical and do all the things.
Well, no, because you know what happens? It's like when you know how to cook too, right?
Yeah.
You know, it's like you're sitting there and you're like, I could do this. So you can't really justify spending X amount of dollars when you know you could do it. That's my problem.
I know, but I'm just like
too
lazy. That's my problem. I'm like, I could make this, or I could just go out and buy it.
I used to make jewelry.
What?
Believe it or not, yes. I used to, like when I first came to LA and I was looking for this like side job, my friend Ida told me this girl was like, she would produce jewelry for like BB, Anthropologie, and we would make hundreds and hundreds of pieces and we would learn how to wire wrap.
That's amazing.
And the amount of time and effort we would put in and learn how to wire wrap. Now, every time I'm in those places and I see the jewelry, I'm like, I can make it.
Yeah,
make it.
You're like, forget it.
It ruined me. Yeah. I just went to the Flower Mart down in downtown LA to make centerpieces for my brother's baby shower.
Oh
and I was
gosh.
like, we spent for what was it? Wait a second. I want to say 14 dozen roses or something ridiculous.
Yeah. You spent
$200.
Yeah, I know.
And we made
crazy.
these ornate, and I was like, oh my God, it ruined me again. Now flowers, I'm like, no, downtown.
No,
$200.
downtown. Oh, totally.
$200.
Yeah.
Downtown market. You can get whatever you need. You can get
You
what
do.
you want.
You can get. There's so much stuff that you can get down at the downtown flower market. It's amazing.
It's crazy.
amazing.
It's crazy.
Amazing.
The fabric stores. I bought tablecloths, $5.
What?
$5. Tons of tablecloths.
Oh, you know what? My sister bought my little, what are these things called when they're
Nieces,
like flower
kids,
girls?
children?
Flower girls. I'm like, what are the little ones called in your wedding? The flower girls dresses in downtown LA. And they were like, so
it is
cute.
quinceañera Mecca.
Yeah, it is.
I love it.
But then like,
I can't pull back on
you
all
have
the
to be like,
sequence.
you have to be like negotiating, which I don't love either.
Oh, I love it.
You love it? I'm gonna
I
bring
love
you.
it.
I'm gonna bring you with me.
Oh my God, that's
because
my thing.
I don't love to negotiate. I like to negotiate if it's for other people. I can't do
Isn't
it for
that funny?
myself.
It's easier. My brother, like when people need to buy a car, they bring me.
Really?
Yeah, literally. My brother, when he had to get his car, I was negotiating for him. He was in the waiting room, and one of the
You're like,
car
forget it,
sales,
I'm walking out.
the manager says, "Is that your sister?" Rico goes, "Yeah." Rico's watching TV, not even invested on what's going down, and he goes, "Does she want a job?" Because I'm like, no, it doesn't make sense. I need you. Like, I get it. You got to make money, but like, I need it to make sense for me.
Right,
because
right.
if it's not making sense, and it's not about the hustle. I get it. Everyone's got to get a piece of the pie.
You're so brilliant.
I just, and maybe I don't know.
But
I
it's
don't know.
easier to do it for somebody else. But when it's for yourself, I don't know.
I think it's easier to do as a female. I have to say.
Really?
Yeah, I do. I think as a woman, maybe
You're
I
like,
say that because no.
For those of you who are not watching, I just kind of pretended to unbutton my blouse.
Sure did. I think I kind of get away with murder because I think I try to try to be funny,
Right,
get
yeah.
little jokes, but business is business, and I think there's something to be said about let's get down to bit. Just thinking about a story. My little cousin, she bought a car the last negotiation I did. And I'll never forget the sales manager guy coming up to me. He's like, so what do you like? Because I was pissed. This wasn't a good experience. I was pissed. Pissed. And the manager of the place was like, so what is it that you do? Like, so condescending.
Oh.
Like,
hey, honey, what do you do? You're
So
just like, no,
condescending.
no.
Like, look at this big mouth. And I was like, oh, wrong is wrong. I was like, I went crazy.
You're like, we're
I made
out.
a scene. No,
we're out. We're
no, I
leaving.
made a scene. There was just something that went down where I was like, because my cousin's like this 20-year-old, like in her 20s, trying to first car, and I was like, the way you guys are handling this situation, I had a scene. People were stopping around me. I was like, I do the same for your daughter and your daughter and your daughter, and the fact that you guys are treating this situation, I was like,
you were like
crazy
really
person.
mad
because I was like, now it's just about like I feel like you're not.
No, like you're condescending. You're being
condescending. You're not doing like do the girl right.
Yeah.
That was my thing, just do the girl right. So anyway, taking up.
Well,
all my
last time that we had you here, you were like out on a luxurious long-term vacation.
It was
Do
like
you
a
have
couple of weeks in Italy with
It
my
was
family.
not. It seemed very long. It seemed like you were gone for like a month.
That's for you to say, but when you're raised a first-generation Italian-American and you go to Italy most of your summers, like the fact that I haven't gone is an issue. Like, so
they're like, "Where's Rosa?
Where have you been?" And I even felt that when I went. It's been so long that I was like, God, I didn't realize how long I haven't been there. It's just hard coming from California to go to Europe. But
no, I mean the flight alone is.
It's far. It's
Yeah.
far and it's expensive. But yeah,
but you have at least a place to
plan
stay.
on
But you're not going anywhere this summer.
Not that I know of.
Oh well.
I mean,
if somebody wants to take you,
take me away, Calgon, take me away.
Calgon, take me away.
Somebody.
So last week, Kathy and I talked about how Ashley Graham posted this really confusing post on her Instagram about what is it? Rag and Bone. I mean, who doesn't? She's so beautiful.
Yeah, I like.
But she
what she's
posted
about.
this really weird, cryptic message about DIY jeans from Rag and Bone.
Yeah,
and everyone was kind of like, "What is happening? What is going on?" Well, apparently, Rag and Bone is coming out with a plus size line.
Jeans.
But Kathy and I were talking about it, and she doesn't look very comfortable in the jeans. Like, they're definitely like, in my opinion, they look like the kind of jeans that you'd put on for a sexy photo. And then the moment the photos are done, you're like, oh, let me undo it and I can't sit in these.
I feel like that's 90% of the jeans you buy, though. I feel like jeans are not as, I mean, they're comfortable.
I love my jeans. I love being in a jean. I mean, they have to have stretch.
Yeah, stretch always. I don't care what size you are.
No.
Listen to me. If there's a tip.
If there's a hack, a jean hack.
Make sure there's spandex.
Yes, you
in the cotton
you need
blend.
some stretch in your jean.
Stretch in the jean
for
is
sure.
forever. Yes. Nothing's worse. I mean, that's the worst. To
No.
get in jeans that you're like, they're like stiff.
No,
Yeah.
they're like, yeah. I mean, remember like before when they were just like Levi's?
Yeah, well, those days are done. And they weren't
and they were
$200.
Yeah,
for
and
a pair
then
of
like
jeans?
you had to like they were not stretchable. They were not stretchy at all. You had to like find the
There's
fit.
this
And then
brand,
if you didn't have a
I
fit.
think it's called Democracy. Guys, if there's a plus size tip, this is
Tip.
it. Tip hack. Because it has like, I have one right now. There's like a waistband on the inside.
Oh, I
they
love
They don't come
those.
down.
So they don't
and
roll
they're not
down,
cinching
yeah.
muffin toppy. So they're kind of holding you in. They're not like mom
I find that they're
jeansy.
making that little waistband thing now in a lot of brands. Like
I
Torrid
love
has
the-
that now.
Yeah, I love the elastic
Yeah.
on the jean.
It feels good. It's not like gouging
And you don't get that gappy thing. 'Cause
Yeah.
I'm good for
the
buying
gap.
jeans and sewing the corners for my
Oh,
waistline.
like you're tacking it.
Yeah, I tack it, hand sew.
Whoa,
Crazy
you are
person.
seriously.
And then when I'm a little bit on the heavier side, I untack.
You're like, and pop, pop.
And wait, literally, I'll be at a location and like pop with my finger. I break the
Just break the
the hems. You know,
Oh
you
my
fat
God.
when you're like, oh, those were skinnier
You're like that.
jeans.
You're like,
Not
this,
anymore.
This pasta just made me bloat.
Yeah. Just like I can sew them
gosh.
again tomorrow. Well, in a couple of months, maybe.
Yeah.
not so quick.
Not so not the next day.
Yeah.
Don't get ahead of yourself,
you know,
girl.
It's bad when you got to pop the hems.
But you like to work
Cinch.
out, don't you?
I love
like you
working
love
out.
work. You're like a
Oh,
workout girl.
Wait. I just said I love working out. So the universe we might have an earthquake. I have
Like you
grown
like to
love-
get your sweat on. Like you
Wow.
find that it's like a
Wow.
good.
Are we talking about the same stuff here?
Oh.
No, I'm joking. No, I of course, I think that physical fitness is important. I think it's important you feel better. I mean,
Yeah,
I know
like
that sounds
mental
like a cliche.
health-wise.
Yeah, but it's also like the challenge of, listen, every time I have hair in my face.
It's
every
your
time-
Beyonce fan. It's your Beyonce fan. You're like,
every time I have to go to the gym, I'm always like, oh my God, I gotta go to the gym. It takes such energy out of
Yes.
me. I'm like, "Ugh." I gotta do Hail Marys. I gotta and I'm not joking. There's no exaggeration when I tell you every single time, and I've been working out for years now. Every time, the motivation to get there. And even when I'm there, I'm like, oh, I have to close my eyes. I literally will be in spin class and be like, let go, let God, let go, let God, let go, let God. For an hour, I'm like, just let it go. You can do this. Because it's not a natural thing. It
because
just
a spin
isn't.
class is the worst. I'm just gonna say it. I hate a spin class. It is not my jam. I want to do like a Zumba class, or I want to
I
be
love
running
a
on the
Zumba class.
treadmill.
I love a dance class.
I don't want to do
Treadmill, boring.
Yeah, no.
Kill
See,
me.
I like it to listen to music, and I'm just like in my head, and I like that.
No.
But I'm a little bit introverted in that way. Like when it comes to exercise, I'm a little bit introverted.
I used to be that way. I call that I have gym phobia. I used to be like really I'll go to the gym when I'm skinny. You know what I mean?
Oh, I don't have that. I don't have that.
You like being alone?
I like
with
to
your
be like
exercise?
like I like to do my own thing. Like
I'm surprised you don't like spin, because spin you
no,
can close your eyes.
no,
in the
spin.
corner.
My vagina is like a
Oh, that's
no.
true.
Just no. Just
Yeah, but you
Eva,
need a gel
stop.
pad.
I'm not invested. I'm not that invested in it.
But I do love a dance class.
I do love a dance class, and I really am sad that Richard Simmons' class stopped because it was the best.
You know,
so
I
fun.
never went to
It was so much fun,
So
and you'd get
smart.
like a sweat. Like you would have so much fun, and you'd forget that you were working out, and then you'd leave and be like drenched in sweat. It was so great.
I always heard he was such a sweet guy.
I mean, he's not dead.
I know.
He is a
but
sweet man. He is. He's very sweet.
Like I know a story. Somebody told me they were getting a pedicure next to him, and he paid for the girl. Like they chatted.
Oh, he's
like
so
simple
sweet.
talk,
That
and he
doesn't-
paid
that
for her
does-
pedicure.
That does not surprise
Surprise
me.
you.
He's
I'm
very,
not-
very
yeah, I'm
sweet.
sure.
But the reason why I want to talk about it is because most
wanna
people
sweat with the
don't
oldies.
like. I mean, I love sweating to the oldies, but most people don't like to run or do 5Ks, especially if you're bigger. Like
hard.
you go, you're like the only one, or maybe there's like two other people, and then you're kind of like, what is happening? And you feel like, oh my God, I'm going to be the last one because I'm the fattest one. So I'm
Oh
going
my God.
to be
I
the
mean,
last.
physical fitness test your whole elementary school life. I mean, we had to run around the track. I mean,
Right,
I was always
right.
the last
And it's just the
one.
worst.
It's
but
the worst.
like
It's
what's so
horrifying.
great is that this lady in Atlanta started like a
5K.
a 5K for fat girls. It's called the Plus Strut.
I love it.
So they just did it last week, and they're gonna do one again next year. But what I loved what she said was that she said, you see these faces and you say, that's not for me. You don't think it's something that you can do because you're competing against people who don't have the same struggles as you. You don't want to be scrutinized or judged. She said, I'm delighted to see, and then she created this thing, and she said, I'm delighted to see people go against the norm and push the reality of what people think of plus size women. We're active, we dance, we walk, and we run.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because that's a lot of times people think that plus size girls aren't active at all.
No, listen, I'm not going to make believe. Also, like, when I'm on a treadmill, I'm cautious because of my knees. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to. Sometimes you try to go hard, and you're like, "Don't be a hero." Relax.
Right. Sure.
It's not like
my brain.
I'm not going to become an athlete overnight.
My brain thinks I can do
do
way more than my body. My body is like, bitch, no.
But when you've hurt yourself so many times, you've learned. Yeah. Like I can't do it like that. And I have to figure out the best way that serves my needs and my body.
Yeah.
And what I've also realized, and I just think like, oh, poor me, I'm the big girl with the knees issues. And it's like, no.
Everybody has knees.
And especially as you get older.
No, my husband is so thin and he has a knee issue.
You have these stories about why you can't or why you shouldn't. All of us think that. Yes. And honestly, I've been doing this other thing called Orange Theory, and on the treadmill, I'm like, I'll do a power walk. That's what you're gonna get me. And little by little, like every week, God bless the teacher there. He's like, go a little bit faster. I'm like, faster? Are you like? I'm gonna fall off this thing. Like I don't. I'm like,
I like to do the like alternating. Like I go, okay, so I'll run for like a minute, and then I'll walk for 2 minutes, and then I'll walk for like at the incline for 2 minutes and then come back down and then run, and I like to do that.
But I was never a runner. Like I'm just now finally.
Well, I was a soccer player, so I like that is like I like that feeling.
Never.
Okay, but
just a cheerleader.
Let's take a break because
we
need to bring Arnold in. Just a cheerleader. Okay, go team. We'll be right back. We are going to take a break, and when we come back, we are going to talk to Arnold Myint. I want it to be Myint. I want it to be Myint,
aka
because it's
Suzy.
It's Myint, so I want it to be Myint, but it's not. It's just mint. But we're going to be right back at Plus Fabulous. Show.
Do you know that 67% of American women are size 14 and above?
You mean they look like this?
Yeah, girl.
So then where are we in television and film?
And where are we in fashion magazines and clothing stores?
Yeah.
So we want to help out entertainment and fashion and media.
Catch the F up.
Topics get hot. We want to hear what y'all have to say.
And they will get hot.
Absolutely.
I have a question for you. It's kind of like a dirty little one. So if you had to do a love scene with somebody else famous, who would it be?
Oscar Isaac.
Love how I asked you that and you had an answer like right away.
We sang, we laughed, we cried.
You gotta go back. No, we didn't cry.
We didn't cry.
Everybody should be able to be seen in. I mean, maybe not every single campaign, but let's try to include it in as many campaigns as we can.
Witchy poo, we told you.
We're just putting it in the cauldron for you.
We're gonna get those candles.
Yeah.
People are having sex with us. We need to show that we're like part of this society, and being sexual is part of that.
Absolutely.
So tough titty, you're fucking uncomfortable.
Yeah, watch a fat girl love herself.
Applause, applause,
but
applause.
Just applauding. So good.
Plus this.
Welcome back to Plus This Show. We have multi. Okay, wait. First of all, I just want to say that Arnold sent his like little bio, and I was like,
"There's no little bio."
It's like, well, we ask everybody because that we want to get it right.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, I'm just gonna say multi hyphenate because
yes, it's true.
He's Arnold Myint and Suzy Wong. He was raised in a family restaurant of 40 plus years. He is the drag queen Miss Gay America. He's a chef. He is a top chef. He was a chef. Wait, how do I say this? He is a chef. He is a top chef. He is a Food Network star.
Yes.
And he recently started teaching at the Institute of Culinary Education Los Angeles campus, and a former professional figure skater. Welcome, Arnold Myint.
My friend.
And Rosa's bestie.
Yes, hi. Hey.
You made it.
I did make it. I actually got nervous and left school early today and got here an hour and a half early.
So Arnold just started. Arnold
it's like
just started
texting-
teaching.
Wait, but he's texting you like, I'm here. And
I
you're
know.
like, what the what?
She's like, I just woke up. I'm getting in the shower.
Oh,
Good morning.
Arnold.
I'm
like,
getting
I just
coffee.
woke up from my
I was
power
like,
nap.
Arnold, I'm just putting on the first layer of caked on makeup.
Yes.
Give me another 10 minutes. He knows me better than that.
Yeah, one cheek contour down.
Yeah, I was gonna
Yes.
say I was contouring. I literally was.
Oh my gosh, amazing.
I
I
swear,
know.
no lie, I was
That's
literally
all right.
contouring.
And an hour and a half before, yeah. Contour's right.
yeah, yeah.
Hi,
Yeah,
guys.
About where
Everybody.
you're gonna go.
So Arnold's teaching, which is I'm so excited about.
That's so different,
It's like
right?
a life
Crazy.
change.
It's full circle. I went to the Institute of Culinary Education in New York.
You were a baby.
Okay.
And I was many jean sizes ago and many moons ago
How
and many
so?
and many croissants ago. I know. Yeah, I just a croissant.
I love the hush.
I know we're like,
Have a moment for butter.
No, yeah,
Butter later.
Oh my God, that
sounds
really happened all at the
amazing.
same time.
We all kind of like fantasized about it.
So I just, after
got
doing a lot of TV stuff and traveling and trying to get connected with my culinary roots, and there's been a lot of evolution in Nashville with my family's restaurants and with my establishing myself in LA. I just thought it'd be full circle to start teaching.
Why don't you tell them the name of your family restaurant?
Well,
and all
my
that stuff in
family's
Nashville?
restaurant in Nashville is International Market and Restaurant. It was opened in 1975, and we actually sold it this year to a university campus. So it's kind of full story, just like Rosa. Her family sold their place in Jersey.
And we had an Italian deli from back in the day. That's where we
That's where we
clicked, where We were
connected.
like, we come from like the family,
Right.
These international markets.
little kids in
this-
pigtails running through the aisles.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
like with the family and the food.
Yeah.
And culturally.
So that's sold, and then I still have my restaurants in Nashville that are pretty self-sufficient. They run themselves. My mom still
And what are
twirls.
those restaurants called?
Boulevard PM and Suzy Wong's House of Yum.
and they're very
Ooh.
yum yum. I went to
And they're very
Nashville.
yum yum.
They're very yum yum.
The yum yum is a code word in the third world for other things that give you oral
you
pleasure.
want the champagne? You want some champagne at a strip club? That's what it
Back
means.
to that.
There's a red
sweaty
light.
workout.
There's a red light at those
Yeah.
restaurants.
Oh my gosh.
Why does it always
Wait,
go there?
I know you always.
Croissant. Go back to croissant.
Wait, so what kind of food do they all serve the same kind of
No,
food or
it's,
different?
it's all different concepts. At this point, it's almost if you can. I'm like a restaurateur that has different concepts. It's
Oh,
like
I
going
like
through
that.
Epcot
He's
Center.
so talented.
Oh.
His food, it's guys, I'm not even, I love him as a person, but the talent and the artistry and everything we did Food Network Star, and it was
Yeah.
the first episode we were filming, and Arnold was next to me smoking, like, I don't even know what he was making, and I looked over, I'll never forget, we're in the middle of like the moment, like the competitive thing, and I look and I see Arnold, I'm like, I am so screwed.
I wasn't
It
smoking.
was next level.
I was smoking
No,
salt.
as a competitive, like one of our first challenges, he's smoking salts on the set, and I'm like, I literally was like, I gotta get a drink.
You're like,
She
I'm
did.
out.
And
I
she
figured
poured
10
me.
minutes
She poured
out.
me a plastic pint of wine.
Yeah, I did.
She's like, let me
Class.
get him drunk and maybe he will mess up.
No, I was getting myself. I was like, "This, you better be really funny, Graziano, because that's the only thing that's gonna keep you here."
So what made you decide to go on Food Network Star?
I want to be a Food Network star.
Oh.
He is a star.
I'm very open about that. There's no shame in pursuing your
So
dreams.
you would want to have your own show where you teach people how to cook?
Yes.
What kind of things would you want to cook?
So let me
like,
rewind
what would
a-
your genre be?
Effortless home entertaining.
Oh.
Easy. I can do that kind of thing. So there's different kinds of chefs on TV, right? Like everybody wants to be Ina
right.
with her gaggle of gays and her Jeffrey that comes home, right? Everybody
know about Jeffrey, but-
Martha thinks everybody wants to be her, but you could never be her.
Right,
She's the
no.
best. I want you to walk away from my show going, I saw Arnold do that. I think I could do something like that.
Oh.
I'm here to inspire.
I
want
like
to
that.
inspire an inspirational show. Like I can this with my own vision, and I can make it happen with within my means, and I can still make every food moment memorable and special.
I love that.
So I'm kind of like the gay next door. It's like I can do a smoky eye.
The gay-
I can do a chignon. I can do a tablescape. I can roast a chicken.
But you're teaching how to do a chignon on your food channel?
No, you call me over.
Oh.
Yeah, Arnold does it.
Call
I
my
see, I
manager.
see.
I'll come over and do it for you.
Guys, if you need Arnold to teach you how to do a chignon, you have to contact his manager.
Arnold's quite resourceful because not only that, he
But
also
you guys, that makes sense. You guys are both very resourceful.
yeah.
You guys are very like
I
twinsies
was
in that.
listening in earlier, and I live right by the flower market right now.
Yeah,
For one more week, I live down there, but I live wherever all the hacks are.
Yeah. I called him. I was like, where do I have to go exactly? What are the places? It was like this. And I was like, okay, I know.
Yep.
No, Arnold, it was when I was doing Food Network Star. I was like, I knew it was like my last episode, and I was done. I was like, I'm not buying any more clothes. I'm done. And Arnold, who
I had a wardrobe that I brought for Suzy Wong just in case she got a moment in the spotlight, and I was like, Rosa,
I literally
what size
wore,
are you? And I was like,
wore
boom.
this. He goes, I think you and Suzy Wong, he's not Suzy Wong. He's like, you're the same size. And I was like, oh, really? Because I was desperate. I was like, yeah, give me something to wear. And sure enough, my final episode dress is Suzy Wong's dress,
A
which
little
is
floral frock with a denim jacket on.
I
top.
did, yeah.
Cute.
And that's Arnold's other half.
That's
Suzy
very-
Wong is my sister.
Which I want to just talk about just drag makeup by itself, because like it takes me an hour to just do this basic thing. So like I'm just curious, how
Are you
long
talking to
does
me
it-
or him?
Rosa, take it away. She knows.
Well, you bake, and what you do is
Because I feel like it's so much more. It's like and then like
just
I
heavier.
can't even imagine that like pageant drag is like, what is that, like diamonds on your face? Like it's just got to be that much more,
I mean,
right?
it's exaggerated. I
Yeah.
mean, if I'm a man dressing as a woman, I'm exaggerating everything. The hair's bigger, so my shoulders look smaller.
Right.
The tits are bigger, so my waist looks tinier. You know, it's all about it. Can I say that?
No,
Yes.
no.
Yeah.
I'm just
Say
laughing
that.
because I'm like, I do all those
Like
things,
an
and I'm not a
hourglass,
drag queen. Like,
you know?
like
But
I'm
you
a
are.
Jersey girl,
No,
but I'm a
you
Jersey
are.
girl.
But you are a Jersey.
There's
girl.
a fine line
There-
between drag
yeah.
and Jersey.
So
Yeah.
you know, everything is just exact, and I'm from the South, so you
That's
know,
a
it's like-
tweetable. Kathy, tweet that. There's
There's a fine line between drag and Jersey.
but yeah, it's
That's
all
true.
about exaggeration, you know, and
Right. But like, how long does it take you to transform
Well, I usually
into
close
Suzy
my
Wong?
eyes, and then when I wake up, my makeup artist is done.
Yeah, right.
No, it takes about an hour and a half. Yeah, if I'm in a rush, an hour I can do it. If
Just
you
face? Or are you talking about from the whole deal?
Well, no, from the whole deal, it takes me a month. I have to sew, I have to rhinestone,
Well,
I have to do
I mean,
everything.
that's for real.
So-
Dresses.
Make your
So-
wigs. You know, we're not shaking.
Making a wig?
We're not shaking baking. We are doing it.
He
We're
does it.
stitching wigs,
Guys-
styling wigs.
Guys, the competition, the pageant that he's in has dancers. It's like next. You think like, oh, it's just like some random. No, it is a whole thing.
Imagine Dancing with the Stars, but you're not given a production budget, but
Right,
it looks
right.
better than Dancing with the Stars with a backup choir. And
It's
all
like pageantry stuff, and it's like next level drag.
It should
It's
be
not
like
just.
next-
It's elegant. It's. I mean,
you
the way he
you
does it.
self-produce.
Oh,
know?
you self-produce your own
You self-produce,
thing.
you self-fund. I won in a Christian Dior-esque ball gown.
Gorgeous.
that you made yourself?
No.
Oh, I was
Custom,
gonna just
custom
say.
liquid beaded lace. I mean,
Wow.
Like, my waistline was a 29-inch waist when I walked in evening gown, and when I went and got crowned, it was a 34-inch waist. They cut me out of it so I could breathe.
I bet. Oh my god.
I was like, don't turn around, don't
You're
turn
like-
around, don't turn around.
Like,
Husky
how-
girl.
How did you not?
Talk about plus this.
I know.
Yeah.
Wait, but so then I know that like in the drag like
Yeah.
a scene, like being a plus size drag queen is kind of not.
Is it?
I don't know. Is
I
it?
thought it's
Is it?
okay.
Everybody's plus size.
Okay, so then is it like
But
better
but,
to be
but I
plus
feel like in the
size?
trans like
Well,
the,
that's a
well
totally
the gay
different
world we
ball
know
gown. That's a ball gown.
the
It's, totally,
gays-
it's a totally different ball gown.
right, right.
It's a
we know with
totally
the gays there's like
Okay.
it's not good.
So let's
Yeah, give us the rundown.
Right.
So body awareness, body topics, right?
Yes.
In
Right.
the drag community. Honestly, I think the reason why drag came about, one, is because we were finding peace and comfort in another persona and embracing who we are. In my pageant world, because it's a drag world, you just basically, as long as you look correct and you come correct for your body size and with a sense of style and a sensibility and a
it
point of
fits.
view and it fits you, you're gonna slay. I'm a 5'6" and I'm a size 16, 18 as Suzy, right? And the girl that won this year that I crowned is like a size 2. And she's 5'10".
Wow.
But we were correct in what we did. We were correct in how we presented
How you
ourselves.
handle
we have a
yourself.
platform. We're articulate.
Okay.
We're very handsome men. No, no.
Yes, you are. Yes,
No.
you are. Let's just. We'll take the bait. We'll
Yes.
take the bait.
So but like it's more about embracing who you are and really owning your craft.
But I think there's something to be
know?
said about as a female as well. You know what I mean? My mother was always a bigger woman, and she always carried herself with such elegance and put together. Even when she was just working in the deli, you know, it was a red lip.
Yeah.
She was put together.
A queen is
Oh.
a queen. A queen is a queen. You know, and if you regard yourself in that way, then
Right.
you'll eventually win Miss Gay America. No, but it's cool. I mean, think about it. The adversities that gay culture, people in the gay community have already, we're coming together to celebrate our differences.
Right.
In the most shiny, opulent way possible.
Right, right. But like, so what's the like? a woman being in like a regular woman on the street does a certain hair and makeup, and then when you see a woman in pageant hair and makeup, it's very different.
Or on the red carpet.
Right. So is that, would you say, I mean, but even red carpet to pageant is very different. Would you say that that's true for drag as well?
Well, it depends on what kind of pageant you're doing.
Oh.
Yeah.
Miss Gay America is
It's not RuPaul Drag Race.
Right. There's a few national pageants out there, right? Entertainer of the Year. You could come out with an evening gown with bird poop all over it and a bird on your head and win.
It's entertaining.
What?
It's because Entertainer of the Year.
Oh, okay, I see.
Miss Continental caters itself to female impersonators and trans women that identify like a Miss Universe pageant. They have swimsuit competition. They have really sexy gowns. Miss Gay America, you have to be 100% male with no surgeries.
Okay.
So with that, how are you going to get a sexy, fishy body with big boobs if you're a dude all day long?
Right.
So that illusion's a little bit different too.
Right,
It just
okay.
depends on what you sign up for.
Oh, okay.
There's something for everyone. There's also Miss Continental Plus for girls over 225. There's also Elite for those that are over 40.
Okay.
There's all these it's all kinds. Everybody's a winner.
Everybody's winning something.
I had no idea. I'm imagining in the female, like as women, we have pageants, as many pageants.
Oh, we do.
Oh,
We
yeah.
do?
Oh,
I
there's
live in a hole. I have
there's
no
so
idea.
many. But Kathy and I judged a
Really?
Miss California United States pageant, and in just the Miss California United States, there was Miss California, there was Mrs. California, there was Ms. California, there was Little Miss, there was there was
Mezcal.
Teen, there was
Get it, Mezcal?
Yeah,
yes,
I get it.
yes, we got it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for explaining it to our audience,
Yeah.
though, because they
Mezcal.
Gracias.
Let's take a break, and we're gonna be back shortly, and then we're gonna talk hot topics with Arnold.
Yes.
We're gonna make him transition into Suzy.
Let's go.
There's not enough time.
5 minutes. Not even.
We'll be right back.
Plus this.
Promotional consideration brought to you by Melissa Massey. Custom clothing isn't exclusively for the rich and famous. Melissa Massey is custom-made clothing for everyday wear. A unique combination of custom tailoring and deluxe fabrics that is well made and fit for every size and frame. Made in LA, sold in LA, and online at melissamassey.com. It's not the natural beauty products in your life, but the life in your natural beauty products. Linda Kammen's Aromatherapy Salon, lindacammons.com, for happier, healthier living. Promotional consideration provided by Scrubs Body, a woman-owned business with scrubs so natural they're good for your public parts and your private parts. Scrubsbody.com.
Plus this. I miss Kathy's voice.
I know. I love it.
We do
Rock
have a
star.
question for you from our fans, Arnold.
Ooh.
They want to know, what was your first drag moment like?
Wow.
Wow.
Or like, how did you know? I want to ask you that, but I also want to ask you, like, how did you know you wanted to do
You
drag?
liked wearing dresses.
Oh, well, I was an ice skater. Did we talk about that?
Oh, well, wait, I
Yes.
didn't mention it.
So I was a competitive ice skater for a while, and I was touring, and obviously when you tour, there's wigs and makeup backstage, and I always put a little bit extra than most of the other guys, and so I think I've always been in drag ever since I was like 5 years old. But
Okay.
but my first time as Suzy Wong, I had already opened the restaurant, Suzy Wong's House of Yum, and it was Halloween, as many drag queens are born on Halloween, and we did a drag number to promote the restaurant, and I was really good.
You were like,
I was like most
Like, did you have that
fiercest
moment?
ever.
I was gonna say, like, did you have that moment, like, oh,
yeah, you
it
were
was-
like,
it was. I think
I
everybody
love
was
Suzy
like,
Wong.
like we just have a
whoa.
croissant, like we have a croissant.
yeah.
It was like Suzy Wong.
Yeah, it was one of those like, yeah. But you know, I was a performer, so it was
Yeah.
easy. It was just instead of ice skates, I had heels on.
Right.
But you know, second nature.
Just as hard to walk in.
Oh my god, these days, yes.
Yeah, yes.
No, he's good. He's pretty good. I gotta say, he's very good. I mean,
I
he's a
love
pageant girl. What can you say? He knows how to walk in a heel.
Yeah, give me
He's a pageant
give me
girl.
rhinestones in a contest and a lace
Oh my God,
front
Arnold's
wig.
house is the best place to go to hang out in because he has all these clothes. You could play dress up there. And by the way, like his dresses I put on, his wigs. I mean, it's so much fun. and he has just got everything. He's got everything. If there's a place to play, dress up, it's like the Disneyland.
Come to my man cave, my she shed.
Yeah,
Come
that should be like a storefront. Like girls could go in. You really should like go in and just play with.
I'm like
his
the new
more
glamour
stuff.
shot, the new glamour shot studio.
Yes.
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 And then you get your picture taken, and you're just like,
Yes.
You have to make a weird.
I just wanted to have like.
We're
this,
all-
like
if you're listening back
ring light.
on the podcast,
Shadow.
we are all making really dumb glamour shot faces that you just missed. So go back and watch
with
it.
our own ring lights.
Yeah,
Yes. Yeah. Arnold's house is a fun place to be.
that sounds like a blast. We would have to video it though.
Of course, that's the whole thing.
I'm
Yeah.
shy.
Yes.
No cameras.
No,
I'm boomerang the whole thing. I've done it. I've done it. I have like I lost battery space boomeranging myself in my gown.
Yes. Oh my gosh, that sounds like so much fun.
Yes.
So I just wanted to talk about Naomi Watanabe with you guys, and I
that
sent you
another
guys the
character of
link.
yours?
No,
I wish.
She's Japan's busiest female comedian. She just turned 30, and she's a fashion icon and social media star for Japan's millennials. But there was this article that was written about her. And there was a part in it that just kind of like made me gag a little bit because the writer says, since then, because she just bought a new car. And since then, she has become huge, both physically and in the entertainment world. At 227 pounds, Watanabe is twice the size of an average Japanese woman her age. And I was just like,
how did he know
227?
227? How did he know her?
Because that's
No,
a good
it's her.
show.
It's
227 girl. Me.
Wait, how did she know?
it's an inside joke moment.
Millennial.
I was like, inside joke. This is old moment.
Millennial.
Oh, sorry.
That's an age. That's like an old show. 227. Anyway, sorry.
Anyway,
I didn't even know
my
that.
parents didn't let me watch much TV, so that's probably why.
But 227 is not large, right?
I'm probably. What did I say?
Well, the
I was?
point is,
236.
yeah, but the point is
I don't know
the
how
whole
much
point
I-
is in the Japanese community.
Yes.
Culturally, you know what I
Yes.
mean? Like if you're,
No,
you
no,
know,
no,
like
if
let's
you're
talk about culture because
yeah.
there's nothing to do
Right,
necessarily
right.
with the size as much as it has to do with the culture. Because certain cultures, the bigger the better.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like I remember when I lost a lot of weight once, my mom looked at me disgusted, like, "Oof."
I know
too
that.
skinny.
I
You
know
know
that
what I
my
mean?
sister
Like,
and
yeah.
I have been through it with family reunions and not wanting to do things with the family because we are husky children. We were
Husky.
husky. We were huskier than thou, and like it was.
because in the Asian
was-
Asian community, it is like
Yeah.
like looked down upon. Like,
Yeah.
oh, you're bigger.
Oh yeah, my town in New Jersey is a huge Korean population, so they have this neighborhood stores to go shop. The clothes, I don't think they go above a 7.
No, I'm sure they don't.
But I don't think they go above a 7.
That's
There's
why.
no-
That's why it's like a big deal that she's such a huge star.
And I love that she's a fashion icon.
Oh my
too.
god, there are some amazing photos of her that like she has like pictures
her.
of her like where she looks like her legs look like lipstick and like
I saw that. Yeah,
I
it's
mean
cute.
she's hilarious. She has a YouTube video where she like teaches people how to do different things and it's like all in Japanese but hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah, very
Like
very
it like
well, she's a
transcends the
character.
language.
Good for you, Naomi. Good for her.
But like you were saying about how you're in your family like you didn't want to go. Like what why do you think that what is that about?
I mean, it's in a way, it's kind of a term of endearment, like showing. I don't know. It's a cult. Literally, I hate saying this, but it's just a cultural thing where it's like, oh, they pinch you, and they're like, oh, you're getting a little this and a little that. Actually, at my mom's restaurant a couple months ago, I went off on one of the line cooks who practically raised me, and she was like, you're looking a little thick there. And I turned and snapped. It was the wrong hour for me, honey. I turned and I just went off and I was like, who tells you to say that? What makes you think it's okay? And they're like, honey, my mom's like, calm down. She doesn't know. And I'm like, she needs to know and she'll never do it again.
I find
Right,
that
yeah.
people
Yeah.
tend to. I think people tend to do that. It's funny because I have a couple of friends. I think people do that to men. They think it's okay, and when you have a weight issue or a weight thing, whatever it is, something
Yeah.
that sensitive, a button,
Yeah, it's a button.
It's a button,
Well,
and
it's many buttons actually.
Well, it just doesn't need to be pointed out in my
or an
opinion.
unbutton,
Like an unbutton.
It's an
unbutton cheesecake.
Yeah.
But it's funny because I think people feel like family members, they think it's okay. With women, I guess, because everyone knows, don't talk about a woman's age.
Oh,
or
no.
weight.
My uncle one time told me,
Really?
Eva, you should get a bicycle when you go back home and just ride your bicycle everywhere. And I lost my mind.
Yeah,
I
I'm
went
sure.
like, I don't even know you. Like this is like the second time
have
I've
no
met you in my
idea.
whole entire life. Like I just lost.
Why do they feel
my
entitled
mind?
why does somebody feel entitled? Like they think they're being of service to you?
Like, oh, let me just let you know, because you probably haven't looked in the mirror, but you are chubby. Like, let me let you know that.
Yeah.
And I don't understand what that's about.
I don't either.
They think they're being of service.
Yeah, no, I'm
By the
sure.
way, they think like, how do I address this so this person knows I'm looking out for your health?
Yes.
I've kind of flipped it a little bit, actually. Whenever people say that to me, it's all family. I'm like, thank you so much. I've been really trying to maintain my winter weight. Like, I'm so disciplined that I'm keeping it on.
Yeah,
I'm
not even trying to. This is my beach body.
This is it.
Yeah.
Choices.
Well, see, like, I don't think anybody now would ever say anything to me. I had somebody recently who said something like, "You're so like jovial and positive, even though like you're the biggest one in our group." And I was kind of like, okay,
backhanded compliments.
Thank you.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
I don't. It doesn't bother me that I'm the biggest one because my body is this and their body is not.
And I wonder how much of it is you, because you're embracing it more.
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
right.
what is it that? It's like, it's a funny thing. Is it
Yeah,
because
I mean,
of
I
what
don't
you're
know.
carrying it?
I mean, I just think like I don't see myself as my body really. Like I see myself as more than that. So like when somebody says that, I'm just kind of like, that's you're weird. That's on you, not me.
Yeah, that's getting older. You get older and you're like,
yeah, and I'm just like, whatever. But
If
like
you
when
think
I was
it-
in my 20s, some girl told me like, you're just gonna have to embrace that you're bigger, and I was like, what? No, I'm not. I'm gonna forever work out and try so hard to be thin, and then I was like.
You're
Yeah,
right.
I'm not.
Yeah, you're right.
I'm kind of just like,
My
this
cousin-
is me.
my cousin
I kind of
and
like had
I-
to come out as
my
fat to
cousin-
my family, you know?
My cousin and I were talking about this the other day, and I'm like, oh my God, I spend so much time, like, someday, one day, someday. I'm like, and you know what? It's like, I'm older. This is it.
Yeah.
There's no more someday. And then he looks at me, he's Italian. He goes, I know. Believe I still think someday I'm gonna get a six-pack. And I go,
You're like, yeah.
I go, Al. I was like, if we didn't get in our 20s and our 30s,
Right,
I don't
right.
think we're getting
You're
a
like, you
six-pack
got
in
more
our
than a
40s.
six-pack. You got a Costco keg.
He's like, I still believe someday I'm gonna get a six-pack. And I was
It's
like,
in there.
yeah.
It's in there.
You're like, well,
Yeah. At what point you're like,
I mean, it's like priorities. How much of a priority is it? Like, do I want the six-pack or do I want the cheesecake?
But let's face it, I love shopping, and
Yeah.
I get to buy clothes almost every week because it's
we joke all the time. I have a small, medium, large wardrobe. Tick, 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 tick,
yeah.
I mean, like, that's not a joke. I
Yeah,
mean, I fluctuate. I fluctuate a lot within a month.
Well, speaking of that, I wanted to talk a little bit about there's people who are talking. Oh wait, no, I want to talk about first before I jump into this other topic. There was a guy who was made fun of a lot for being overweight, and now he's doing some plus size modeling, I guess. And he said that his size was always a source of low self-worth and low self-confidence. When I was a child, I was bullied for my weight or my inability to do physical things. That's when I realized I was different in this way. I always felt I was never meant to be in love or no one would find me attractive. The longer it went, the more it cemented in my heart that it seemed that this was my future, to be a lonely, fat, ugly loser.
Oh my God, I could cry.
I know. And I was just thinking, like, I wonder how many people are out there that kind of like feel that way, like I'm bigger so I don't deserve to be loved. Because in when you're bigger in the world, people do treat you differently. There is a fat bias. So
I think as somebody who's always kind of been back and forth and single and I think there is a part of you that's like, I remember being younger thinking, oh, it's because I'm fat, you know what I mean? And then I lost the weight and it was like, no, you're still single, so you're just a jerk. I'm joking, I'm not really a jerk. I'm just saying, like, it didn't matter. I had the story in my head
Sure.
that because I was a big girl, I didn't get the boy.
Right.
And then when I lost the weight, you thought you're going to get the boy maybe, or you're going to, and that didn't happen there either. So you were like, it's not the size either way, and that was a transition.
I think everybody has their challenges. I mean, it's not just about body, personal perception of body. It's everybody has things. Oh, I'm ethnic, or I'm short, or I don't have blonde hair. There's everybody has an issue or an excuse that they can try to point at, or
be
but
a
it's
victim of, or
or let control them. But then there's few that can.
But there is legitimately studies that show that there are fat biases, like that people genuinely treat people with bigger bodies poorly. Like there are studies that show that. And so I'm just curious, like, Like, do you have a fat body? I do. Specifically when it's like a really big man. I do find myself going, ew.
Oh my God, I'm totally fat prejudiced. It's fucked up.
And it's really,
Sorry
it really
I said
is.
that like that, but
it
it's
really,
true.
I mean, I know.
But it's my issue.
But that's
It's
like,
nothing to do with it. Has everything to do with
and
me.
then I have to like correct myself and be
Yeah.
like, that person could be like the nicest, smartest, most
Yeah.
well accomplished person. I have to do that. So like, I know, and
Are you
this is like
talking
the
about
work that I'm
personal
doing.
physical attraction, or are you talking about just
Just
your
in
initial
general, like if I'm at the grocery store and they're like in front of me in the line, I'm like, oh, fat guy, and then I'm like, whoa, I have to like check myself, like, oh, that's like
I feel more like, ugh, the struggle. Like I get
wow.
it.
Oh.
I feel more like, oh God, I get it.
like I'm all irritated, like,
No,
ugh.
I'm not like that.
And then
No,
I'm
I
like,
get
oh,
it.
but I'm irritated because he's fat. Like that's not a good. And I'm just being like real right here. Like you know what I mean? Like
No.
And
I
it's
get
hard.
it.
It's hard.
No, I
You know,
get
but
it. That you have
they're-
to catch yourself.
Yeah. And so I'm just curious, like, with this guy who he really feels like that. He felt like he is, and he ended up getting married, and now he's like taking all these pictures of himself. And
But that self-esteem stage of life, you know, when you're younger and you create this self-esteem, big or no big, or whatever the issue is, you know, you always, sometimes, you know, I talk to friends and I'm like, fat kid issues. I mean, it's you could sum it up by just saying it's fat kid stuff, and there's an insecurity there. And it thrives. It is persistent. It will take you down roads forever. There's just you can't. It's just a tough thing to shake. And I've seen it with friends, a lot of friends, and it's a thing that at a young age your identity is being formed.
well, yeah,
and,
because people are mean. Kids are mean. Like, and that's where I feel like as adults and as hopefully down the line when we become parents, like that we would teach our children not to be that way. You know what I
But
mean?
it's weird though, because I can't sit here and say that I was bullied.
Oh,
And
I think I was
had a lot
bullied.
of insecure. Like I was the popular girl and all that. I'm not saying it like bragging. I'm saying there was still the body stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I think I was bullied, but I also had like a kind of like fuck you mentality. Like whatever, you can say whatever you want. I'm great. You know what I mean? Like I just
Yeah,
didn't I didn't take it
Well,
in.
do you think that in today's society, everybody is more aware of how sensitive people are? I mean, we are all sensitive.
it's
We're
a
also
little bit
hyperly
extreme.
healthy
extreme.
aware too.
Right. But I
it's
think also
more
in
now
terms
than
of
ever.
mental well-being in molding children and having hotlines and support and actually I commend, you know, media and television and arts celebrating all body types a lot more lately than I think before.
I mean, they
you
could
know,
do a little
They
better.
could do
Yeah.
better, but come on, we're like it's not based on
No, and it is
we're
like-
not
it is
casting
like-
just Hollywood starlets anymore. We're casting
True.
reality stars that I see more people that look like me that I can identify with.
Yeah, absolutely.
Short, stubby, fierce Asians, you know, but like it's another show in itself.
Who figure
Yeah.
skaters who are
Yeah.
drag
Figure
queens.
skaters who are doing no, but you know,
Who can do everything in the
they're
world.
rewarding talent. They're rewarding passion. People are getting gigs and bookings and being able to celebrate their art. So
There's
it's-
something to be said. Sorry, go
no,
ahead.
but so I think there's hope.
Yeah, for
Well,
sure.
we we all love relatability, you know,
Right.
and likability. There's nothing more charming than that. You
Right.
know, we want to know that we could relate to you, and we want to know your struggle is my struggle. And I think with social media, we have had access to people. We have quicker. We could get to the people,
Right, and I
talk
think
to
you
them
can
in a
you can
way.
see what
there's
you
a
can
truth.
see people like yourself.
Yeah,
right,
and
in social
authenticity.
media, for
I mean,
sure.
skinny or fat, authenticity is what we strive for and want.
And I think
to
personally,
see.
if I met a bigger guy who was confident and like was whatever, like confidence is attractive. So I think that
Right.
if he had been more like confident, then maybe more people would have been attracted to him. But because he like let that sink in so deeply into his subconscious, like and like that permeated his life.
It's so funny you're saying that because my brother Rico was always a really big guy, and I would be like, Rico used to carry himself. I mean, big, 400, 500-pound kid, and he used to carry himself like he was a stud. He would get the girls; they loved him. He was charming. He was funny, like all the above. He never had that like.
because when you have a confidence, like that's attractive.
Well, no, you depend. No, first of all, you depend on your personality.
Yeah.
Let's call like you know what I mean. Like we overcompensate in different areas. You know what I mean. Like
Sure.
that. I mean, I very clearly became the funny girl. You learn how to look over here, real quick.
But you are so beautiful. What are you talking about? I just
That's
feel
a
like
wrap. Thank
I
you
feel
guys
like
for coming
no.
to bless this.
She's gonna write me a check right now. I'm just kidding.
That's a wrap.
But that brings me to like a really good this point, because there's they're talking about mixed weight relationships, not mixed race, mixed weight. So
God,
like
it's the worst.
have you like I'm technically in a mixed weight
is.
relationship. My husband is thin and he's fit and I am
Greg.
not. And Greek, yes. But you know, like people say things to me about that. Like they're like, "Oh, how'd you snag him?" So I'm like, have you ever dated somebody who was like like I guess the definition of a mixed weight relationship is a relationship where there's a noticeable difference in body size between partners.
Is it different for you? For men? I think imagine it's different.
I'm more
your
of like in a
community.
mixed diet relationship.
Diet. Is that what you said?
Yes.
That's the worst.
It's like,
Yeah, like when-
vegetarian.
yeah.
no.
No, yeah, I'm out.
Yeah.
Today this girl in class, in my class, one of my students, she's all freaked out because her boyfriend is going vegetarian,
Yeah.
and I'm like, oh god,
Yeah,
my heart just broke for
Yeah,
her.
it's hard. It's hard.
So it's no, I personally have never been in an issue, had any issues with.
I have an
have you-
insecurity
have you-
around it. I have
you
more
do?
of a, like if I'm, I feel it. I feel like, oh God, this looks different. I feel it, even though it probably isn't that, but I'm crazy.
Like if a guy is thinner than you?
Well, I like really athletic hot men.
Yeah. So do I. I married a really athletic hot guy, so I get it.
My brother's friend years ago when we were, I'll tell this story. My brother's friend is like, you know what your problem is, Rosa? I'm gonna tell this story, Ali. He goes, you think you're a 10, but you're not. He goes, I know 10s. He goes like that to me, and I was like, he goes, listen, an 8, 8.5. He goes, personality off the charts, but you think you're a 10, but you're not, and that's my problem. Is what he told me.
Wait, so what your problem is?
I think I should be getting better quality looking guys than I go for, which is, by the way, not true at all.
Wait,
'Cause I was like, what do you know
what do you
about
mean
what
that
I go for?
What you go for? What does that
like
mean?
that apparently I only like guys who are 10s.
You don't like guys.
No.
who are-
Oh, who doesn't like a guy that's a 10?
Oh wait,
What's-
so
what-
you do like
But
a
what's
guy?
a 10? What's a 10?
Yeah, what is a 10?
Ooh, another hour in this. What's a 10?
Yeah, what is a 10? What is a 10 for you?
It's a hot, like
What's a hot?
Like 6-pack?
yeah.
Like fully ripped? Like okay,
Yeah,
so
like a
give me-
hottie. Like, I don't know, give me a celebrity. Who's like a hot celebrity guy? I don't know. Like, you know, we all know.
Chris Pratt,
Sold. And he's funny.
and he's funny.
I mean,
yeah.
he's like a 12.
Okay, well,
Funny. 20's off the charts.
And he's-
that only works one way. Like I feel like hot, funny men are
Right.
great. I don't think funny girl. I don't think it equates the same way.
Why?
I just don't.
Why?
I think guys like being the star of the show.
I think they do too.
Yeah.
wait,
Sorry.
What? Bring it back.
Men like to be the star of the show.
Come again?
He wants what?
Camera 1, camera 2. What? Thanks for
Suzy.
coming to Arnold's show.
Yeah.
Arnold's show.
Hint of
Arnold
Vince.
plus this show.
Anyway. So yeah, I think it's more me than that. I don't think guys don't think about that stuff. I don't think they think about that stuff as much as we do as women.
Wait, so wait, I just still need to come back to that
10?
because you're saying that you don't think that you could get a 10
Oh no. That's what he was saying. My problem is why I'm
single.
Yes, is that you think you're a 10. Like, I don't give guys that are 8s chances, is basically what he was
Oh,
telling me,
okay.
which is not
well,
true.
I give every guy a chance.
Yeah, exactly. Which I was like,
give me a call
what
on
do
this
you
first thing.
know? Yeah, like you don't know my life.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah, that's why that was the joke that you think you're a 10 but you're not, and I was like, because a 10 deserves a 10 is really what he's saying. Like no guy would date an 8.
That's not true.
Whoa, that's Rico.
That wasn't Rico. That was Ali.
Oh,
That was
Ali.
Ali.
Oh, sorry.
Ali. But that's not true. Like if I feel like
Well, I know that's not
Penelope
true.
Cruz is not with a. I think I would say Penelope Cruz is a 10, and she is not with a 10. She's with Javier Bardem, who's like a 6.
But women are much more forgiving about.
Oh, so what you're
Going
saying
that
is
way.
that guys.
Yes, they like to date in their, like, keep it up.
Like he upgraded. He went from a 6. He's dating a 10. He's a 6.
Yeah.
So,
yeah,
like, what-
Exactly. A girl, a hot chick, an ugly guy with a hot chick. You see a lot. Funny
Like he's
guy.
dating with somebody in first class. He's in business.
Yeah. So she brought up his numbers.
So
but
then
a guy.
so then you're supposed to be dating a 6. If he's saying
if
you're
I'm
an
an
8,
8,
I don't
You're
think
down
you're
for
an 8.
6.
I
I'm
don't
down
think
for
so.
6.
But what is a 6? I don't even know what that means.
Nothing under an 8.
That's why I'm single.
Oh
Oh, wow. Such truth happening here. Croissant.
Croissant.
I'm just going to keep saying croissant.
Okay, so tell us, Arnold, what's going on with you? What's going to be new with you? What is going on in your world?
Wow. Oh man, we have Real Screen West coming up soon, so I have a lot of pitches going on.
Oh.
I closed on a house tomorrow morning.
Woo! I close on a house tomorrow morning.
So I'm moving.
Congratulations.
I'm adulting AF with that.
Yes.
Establishing my roots in LA.
Woo!
The culinary school thing is great.
So much
what is the
happening.
best thing
This
for
is
you,
not
like,
the last
to
of
be
him.
able to like give back to the kids and help them learn?
So of course not. It's all about me. No. It's I love
They're like,
teaching,
oh my God, Arnold
and
Myint is teaching me.
No, it's pretty cool for me. Also, when I was in culinary school, 2 of my teachers are big television network stars these days, Iron Chefs, whatnot, and it's something that I've never touched on before. My dad is a retired professor, so teaching is, I feel, a second nature. I feel like I want to share a lot, and it's just another opportunity to share it.
And he has a lot. I mean, he just knows so
But
much.
you're not teaching like the beginning of cutting, teaching how to hold a knife.
I'm not doing a sur la table cook like Arnold moment. I'm literally doing French culinary technique. It's like, this is a knife. This is how it's the breakdown of cow. We start from there. You guys think I'm like making little bows and glitter and sprint? No, it's culinary school, French culinary school. It's the exact curriculum that I went to.
And how long are you going to be like? What is how long is?
Well, this is an accelerated course, so I think it's based on hours, much like college.
Okay.
Right. So they just got to get through it. I mean, I'm teaching only right now. I'm kind of sitting in on a class and teaching. He teaches all day long. I'm starting when I start teaching next month on my own classes. It's during the week, 3 days a week at night, accelerated. So it's going to take them 4 or 5 months to finish, I think.
And then at the end, they have a certificate saying that they're a chef.
Yeah.
Wow, and they get to say that they were taught by you.
Well, I mean,
the best part, like he was just telling me before, he's like, he gets to taste all their food.
Oh my gosh, today was souffle day.
He said
36 souffles.
He had to try 36 souffle. I mean, talk about a dream job.
And then pastry came over. Do you want some ice cream? I'm like, oui, chef.
After he had prosciutto with
You're
the
like,
baguette.
I'm gonna
that's
gain 50 pounds just teaching.
That's
this
the
class.
thing about the food business.
Yeah.
You're just always around.
But do you like taste it and spit it out, or you like taste it?
Honey, I don't spit.
No.
Thank you.
Oh, sorry.
Subject of the day.
We got number tips here. We got number tips.
No, I think they would be insulted if I did that. It's I definitely had a couple things that needed more water today after tasting.
The metaphors are just thriving right now. Insulting. I
know.
Water after.
Yeah,
He needed a shower. Okay, tell us how people can find you.
Oh wow! Now we're dating you.
Now that I segue to my phone number,
You can find him at the corner alleyway.
His new house.
Yeah, exactly.
I have a website called ArnoldMyint.com.
As they all do.
Arnold Myint with a Y.
MYINT.
Hints of mint.
You can find me through any kind of social media. Also, I have Suzy Wong BNA.com.
What does BNA mean?
It's the Nashville Airport.
Oh, okay.
Get it? So she's a jet setter. So Suzy with the Y.
Okay.
Suzy Wong BNA.com. You find me on social media.
You have to go see
And
all
what
his
is your
looks and
social
his
media
dresses.
handle?
They're
Arnold
amazing.
Myint BNA.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah, you gotta
guys,
check it out.
next week we have an amazing guest. We have Melanie Field on, who we went to go see her play, and she's on Heather's, and we're so excited to have her on. I can't believe it's already over.
I know it always
goes by so fast.
At work, an hour doesn't.
No, it doesn't go. It doesn't go as fast. But guys, please like, subscribe, and share, and we'll see you next week. And Kathy, I hope you are watching. We love you.
And happy Mother's Day to all the amazing moms.
And thank you, Rosa, for coming on and being a co-host. And thank you, Arnold, for being on. It was very fun. And we'll see you next week. And plus this.